we all just feel like, well, you're supposed to take it to the next level. Like you're always supposed to take it to the next level. And my question is always like, well, who said? Like who said you're always supposed to take it to the next level? What's wrong with the current level? What was that like? Like, you know, the difference between Pablo, like let's say 10, 12 years ago and Pablo now? Like, do you have different ways of thinking? Are you more like open to these experiences and you weren't before? What does that look like?
I want to think that I'm more open, but I guess as you start growing older, you start getting a little bit more conservative, maybe, or you start developing different ideas, right? Or you start like opening yourself to different things. 10, 12 years ago, I don't know. I have always been in this state of wonder and always just been in this state of there should be something more. There should be a better way to do it. And there should be, and let's find it and let's discover it. And I don't know. I don't think I'm different from anyone. Thank you for what you're saying. But yeah, just like, hey, whatever happens. But you're right about like, the whole being the consistency where you will be told to remain consistent on one thing and focus on one thing. And I'm not against that, by the way. I think for a lot of people, it really work. And I actually, sometimes I get jealous of people who are really good at being really consistent. I was like, oh, dude, I should be consistent like that. I should be just like, if I had spent more time on doing that thing, I would have taken it to the next level. And instead of suffering, like letting things go because I suffer from the SOS, the shiny object syndrome, then I would have been able to take that thing that I started to the next level. I think it just works differently for different people. And I've been just lucky, man. Lucky and fortunate to have an amazing team around me, and lucky in life that the opportunities have arisen. And I don't know, like for example, you were mentioning Envision, and dude, that was wild. Like like what you were mentioning about like the people who were there, and there were so many talented people, dude. Like the best designers that I ever met in my life. And I always felt like I'm not at their level, you know. I was like, I think they made a mistake. But being there, it was just a great learning experience. And even making the decision to go there, because I had co-founded a company, and I was a co-founder. And then 2 years later, I was like, yo, guys, I'm going to go over there. And it's like, dude, like, come on, aren't you a co-founder? And I was like, dude, I need to learn. And this was a great experience, but I need to learn. And they were really supportive, and they were really, again, I was lucky to have a very supportive team there, and then to be offered that opportunity there. And I suppose I just like, I don't know, more risk taking. I don't care.
Yeah. And that's what I think is really interesting. You know, like you were kind of talking about like, I could like be more consistent and like take this one thing to the next level. And I think that is, we've watched too many episodes of Shark Tank or something, and we all just feel like, well, you're supposed to take it to the next level. Like you're always supposed to take it to the next level. And my question is always like, well, who said you're always supposed to take it to the next level? What's wrong with the current level? Like, what's wrong with like getting some other things going as well, and having those things operating at a level that bring me a level of joy? I spend some time like working on things that don't pay me anything, on some things that, you know, like that, like I have a design community, and like it makes me little to no money, but like I get to pour in and like spend time and like meet cool people. And like, that's important to me. I like that. And somebody who's like really business savvy would come in and go, Jesse, you're wasting X amount of time, like hours on that and time. And don't you know what you could do for this other thing? And I go, yeah. But that's not really what I want for my life, though, right? So, like, I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are trying to build a career, and their life has to support the career, versus build a life and the career supports the life.
It's just like we're also consistently told that, like what you're talking about, that the next level, right? And also to keep trying and not let go, and just keep at it, and you're gonna get to success. And I don't know, like saying no to something can also mean you failed. So we're also scared of like closing the doors of the store because you don't want to fail. You don't want that change. You don't want that, I don't know, that feeling that you weren't able to make it, and you keep pushing and you keep putting more stuff. But sometimes, which is good, you want to keep pushing. You want to be like, whatever the obstacles come your way, you want to be ready for that. But sometimes it's like, this stuff is not aligning with my goals anymore or my values anymore. And it's like, you know what? I'm not excited to be doing this anymore. I'm not having fun. And also like, maybe like what you're saying, maybe it's not making money and it's like I'm losing a lot of money. And it's like, I need to do other stuff. And it's just causing me stress and there's no foreseeable improvement on this. So it's just draining your life. It's draining resources, but you're scared of this shame of having failed. So you're still there. And then there's this sunk cost fallacy, but I already invested so much. Right. So I have to keep going. And it's like, dude, no, like being able to say like, well, I have this ability. I don't know. Like I'm really good at saying like, well, we tried it. Move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is my superpower.